friends, Dr. Pate here with another boredom buster for you. And so today we're going to be doing fireworks in a jar, and this is a really fun experiment to show density. And so hopefully my fifth graders remember that density has to do with, in the case of what we learned in fifth grade, how different liquids react to water. And so there's several things you're going to need for this lab. First of all, you're going to need a jar or just some kind of tall vessel like this. I just had a flower vase, so this is what I'm going to use today. And I filled it up about 2/3 full of water. You're going to need some food coloring, and really whatever colors you want to use, just find you some food coloring. And these are not the gel food colors. You really want to use the ones that are water-based. You're going to need some cooking oil, a measuring cup, a smaller vessel that you can use that we're going to put our oil in, and then you may just want some paper towels or something for cleanup. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to measure out our cooking oil, and you need about 1/4 of a cup, and it doesn't have to be exact. So I'm going to take my 1/4 of a cup and pour it into this bowl. Okay. And then I'm going to add my food coloring. Now, the reason it's important that you use just regular food coloring is because it is water-based. And if you'll remember, in fifth grade, we learned that water is actually more dense than oil. So what does that mean? If something is more dense, that means it's going to sink. So I'm going to use my food coloring. I'm going to put a couple of drops of blue. And it's a little bit hard to see, but it's kind of starting to sink to the bottom of my oil. So there's some blue. I think I'll do a couple of drops of yellow. How about some red? Gotta have some red fireworks. Okay, there's some red. And some green. All right. So hopefully you can kind of see all of those droplets are down at the bottom. They all sunk to the bottom of my oil. Now what happens if I stir? Is it going to dissolve? Okay, I stirred it. Did it dissolve? No, it didn't. You still have all those little droplets of food coloring because they're mostly water. They don't want to dissolve in the oil. All right, so if I pour this oil with my food coloring in it into water, what do you think is going to happen? Well, since the oil and water still don't like to mix, they're not friends, the more dense water-based food coloring is going to still sink. But what do you think it's going to do when it hits the water? Let's find out. Oh, isn't that cool? Look. So as each little droplet sinks down, it hits the water. Oh, look, there's one. As it hits the water, since it's water-based, it dissolves. It likes to be in the water. So all of your little water droplets, oh, there goes some more. So as all your little water droplets or your food coloring droplets hit the water, they start to dissolve and spread out, and it kind of looks like a firework. Pretty cool stuff. So this lab is much, much better in person. So I really hope that you'll try this. And see, now they're all starting to kind of mix together. But definitely try this out. Even after you sit it for a little while and all of the food coloring has gone into the water, you can see that top layer of oil, because oil is less dense, which means it's going to float on top of the water. So please try this one out at home and send me some pictures. Like I said, it's much, much better in person, and it's one of my favorites. So try this one out. Thanks, guys.